Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, like and subscribe for more.
Ever since I was a kid, I was constantly moving because of my dad's job, which prevented me from having enough time to make friends. Eventually, I gave up trying. I became cold and quiet, never getting close to anyone, despite their efforts to befriend me. I typically stayed in my room, indifferent to the world around me. When I was 15, I moved to Hyogo Prefecture and enrolled in a private school. On the first day, as I walked in, I felt everyone's eyes on me, which made me uncomfortable. I quickly proceeded to the principal's office. "Well, hello Mr. Sakusa. Welcome to our school. I hope you enjoy your stay here. I'm probably gonna be here for a week." I muttered to myself under my breath. "What did you say?" I said thanks. "Since you're new here, we'll give you a tour guide." "I'm fine." "No, I insist." I sighed and sat down. A few minutes later, the door opened, revealing a blonde-haired boy who exuded extreme energy from his appearance. He smiled and enthusiastically entered the room. "You wanted to see me, miss?" "Ah yes. This is a new student. I would like you to give him a tour." "Oh sure." Now outside the office, I stood alongside the boy, who offered me a friendly smile. "So what's your name?" "I'm Itsumomiya. Sakusa Kiyomi." "Let's start the tour now." He guided me around the school, showcasing every detail, but I remained uninterested, knowing deep down that I would likely be gone within a week. "And that's the whole tour? What do you think?" "Cool. You really are a cold person, aren't ya?" He glanced at me and chuckled, attempting to strike up a conversation, but I had no interest in making friends. Suddenly, a loud, annoying noise rang in my ear. "That's the bell for class. What class do you have?" Chemistry. "I guess we have class together. Follow me." He took my hand and dragged me to class. We were now outside the door. "I don't appreciate you dragging me." "Sorry, but we were already 5 minutes late." He swung open the door, and we entered the room together. The teacher was at the front, writing on the board while the rest of the class copied notes. Suddenly, all eyes turned toward me. "Everyone, this a new student? Do you want to introduce yourself?" "I'm Sakusa Kiyomi, and that's all you need to know. Go ahead and take a seat." Surveying the room, the only available seat happened to be next to the same blonde boy. Reluctantly, I took my place beside him, pulled out a book, and began to read, feeling a bit uncomfortable. "Psst. Do you have a pen?" I sighed, took one of my pens, and handed it to him. He seemed a bit surprised. "Is this a Bohème Royal pen?" "Yesh. Is there a problem?" "I can't take this." "Keep it." "I don't really care." Several periods passed, and finally, it was lunchtime, a moment I hoped would be my alone time. Instead, I found myself surrounded by girls, all giving me attention I didn't want. They were curious about what was hidden under my mask, bombarding me with questions to which I gave no answers. Suddenly, someone pushed through the crowd. "Can't you guys give him some space?" I was a bit surprised to see him stepping in to help me, especially after the way I had acted towards him earlier. "Leave him alone." "Sorry, Itsumu-san." Eventually, it was just the two of us standing there. He looked up at me and offered a warm smile. "Are you okay?" "Yeah, I'm fine." I walked off, leaving him behind, and headed outside to sit on a bench where I could find solace away from others. It was quieter, and I needed some fresh air after that encounter. Engrossed in my book, I didn't notice someone had sat down beside me until they spoke up. "Watcha reading. You again? Why aren't you inside?" "I rather have some fresh air than be in a crowded area." Oh, can you leave me alone now?" No, I'm interested in you." I sighed, feeling that he wasn't going to leave me alone. As expected, he spent most of the day hanging around me. I felt a bit relieved when the school day ended, but I knew I still had 4 more days of hell. "I'm home." Standing at the door, my voice echoed in the empty house, as it often did. Feeling a sense of solitude, I sighed and headed up to my room. After resting my bag on the floor, I decided to take a shower. I hated that so much. I laid on the bed, looking up blankly at the ceiling. Suddenly that boy appeared in my mind. I wondered why he was annoying me so much. I was deep in thought where I heard the door open. "Oh sir, you're home already. School ended an hour ago." "I'm sorry, young master. I told you just call me Kiyomi." Sorry. Would you like anything?" "No thank you." "Where did my parents go?" "On a business trip, sir." Not surprised at this point. Will they ever find time for their son? I felt a bit upset, but it didn't surprise me anymore. My parents always prioritized their work over me. This had been the norm since I was 5, and at this point, I didn't even care anymore. Sebastian, I'm going for a walk. It's very dark outside, sir. Do you want someone to go with? I'm fine, I can take care of myself. I threw on a hoodie and went for a walk. The dim streetlights cast a soft glow, the only source of light in the darkness. Everything around was pitch black, yet it seemed oddly beautiful. Being outside made me feel free, and the chilly breeze relaxed me. I headed to the park where I usually be when I walked to get to be free. I felt safe there. On entering the park I heard sounds of a person cries, "No one should be out here this late." I looked around and saw the same blonde kid from school. How does he always find me? I walked over to him and sat down beside him. "Are you okay?" As our eyes met, he hastily tried to wipe away his tears, but more kept rolling down his cheeks. It was evident that he wasn't okay. "I just got something in my eye." "Bullshit. What's wrong?" He began crying even more and suddenly hugged me. Though taken aback, I hugged him back and gently rubbed his back, attempting to comfort as he poured his heart out, sharing his emotions with me. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I thought his life was perfect based on how he acted, but it seems that was all just a cover-up. I am sorry, I guess it quite weird as we just met. It was fine, all I care about is how you are feeling right now. Despite just meeting him, I oddly felt a connection, perhaps due to our shared stories. I spent the remaining time talking to him until he eventually had to leave. "Sorry, I have to go, but I enjoyed my time with you. See you at school." "Yeah, see you." After he left, I sat on the bench, gazing up at the night sky, replaying the moments we shared. Eventually, I realized it was time to leave and headed home.